Bye, Mondu. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Hi, Mondu. Bye, Mondu. At least you got to see them. They're all a lovely being. Is that another artist? It is. Rough sight for Rebecca, but Rebecca hoping to have a performance like Elodie's. Again, Rebecca, a lot of pressure on her to perform here, knowing that her fellow survivors from Resident Evil have all entered losers bracket. Wanting to be the first and only to enter winners winners bracket. Hyper focus. I'm gonna be putting some work in here. Each great skill check hit means that the gen will be going faster. Oh! Argument could have been made to say that that was the great skill check hit, but sadly not. Rebecca just wanted to get this gen done before going for the save. But she did spot Yun going in. 2 points on the board. Oh, okay. Says Rebecca. Rebecca, not one to take directions from others. Steadfast in her what she wants to achieve here. Knowing in that direction, no points are there to be gained. For Trevor and Chris, for anyone that's legendary, they're not being counted. I did contemplate whether or not they should have been added to the tournament. Unfortunately, it's that thing of like, if I included them, I'd have to include others. Another point on the board. 3 points for Rebecca. Strong performance. 40 Meg has been targeted by the artist here. You'd hope Meg can get away here. But yeah, because there's certain characters that myself and the team doesn't own, so we made a well, I say we. I'm just a commentator. I didn't make any decision, but the team decided that it was best to leave them out. Rebecca B. Brady. With good cause. Resident Evil has had a rough time in this tournament. Jill, of course, having a rough match with the Hillbilly. Like, she did well, but unfortunately just couldn't get much points for herself. Leon, of course, being camped in basement against Huntress. Rough for him, too. Ada tried to have a good match, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. Rebecca almost getting caught. Maybe looking to move the middle gen. Middle gen, of course, a target, but at the same time, there's some elevation here to avoid any incoming birds. She's doing for the RE gang. She really is. I think this performance so far is no doubt a strong start for her. She'll want to eke out as many points as possible, of course. But she is on 5 currently. Matching Jill's score. One more point would put her on tie with Leon. Rebecca spots the artist. Rebecca having to leave the gen. Not ever something that you want to do in this tournament, but unfortunately, you don't want to go down either. But it does mean that you do take the killer away from Meg. Meg can stay in the game. You did have to beg the question of, like, how that crow... Rebecca successfully evading the birds here. Doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, the pallet is gone. Artist thinking the pallet was still up. Allows Rebecca to be hit by Noed. It might be the same artist from before. Yun, blinding Rebecca. Instead of the killer. She tried, says the Rebecca camp. She tried. She tried to save our dear Rebecca, but it just wasn't enough. Noed is cleansed, though. Rebecca probably won't be able to get much more points here. She could open an exit gate. However unlikely. Could get a flashlight blind. It's no way out again, probably. Rebecca hoping to open the exit gate here. Will be an extra point. She will have a good score here already. She already has 7 points on the board. Fortunately, that's not a point that can be in. But she can go to the other exit gate, and she can put another point on the board for her name. It will be 8 points if she can do that. She will try. Yun saved immediately by the team. You have to wonder where the other exit gate is. Again, Rebecca not too concerned about escaping. It's all about points. And each point is very crucial in this tournament. Can she get this gate open? She doesn't need to escape, she just needs it open. I think she's going to be able to do it. Another point is on the board. With glee, Rebecca shines her flashlight to victory. Of course, victory is not completely in hand right now because obviously Bill will be playing next to determine the winner from Dismay. And of course, Jill had a rough time. But Bill, eyeing up a very crucial generator for this game. You'd want to see this gen done as quick as you can. For someone who gets hooked in this room, it can be very much a death sentence since it's only one way in, one way out. Well, I suppose you could jump in, but it's a little loud. Bill praying that they can get the gen done here. They in fact will. Killer moved away. 2 points on the board. Very strong start for Bill. Very strong. Maybe some worry from Rebecca. It's a nemesis. Very strong killer for this map. But Bill is in chase. Rebecca will be happy about this. Keep Bill away from those gens. Maybe Rebecca's made a deal with Nemesis. Maybe some history there has allowed these events to occur. Nemesis maybe showing that such a deal is not in place as he switches targets. Bill hears a gen being worked on the other side. Looking to join. Looking to put some more points on the board. Brand new part in play. Bill. Wanting the gen points. Pushes Ada off instead. Rebecca is not happy with this. 5 points already on the board. 3 more points and Bill will at least make this a rematch. With no hooks on the board, it's looking very rough. At least for a very clean victory here. Bill opting just to do gens, not even asking for the heal. A rush of confidence, perhaps. Thinking, I don't need to worry about getting downed. I've got Unbreakable. But we'll see the first down of the game. Maybe seeing 7 points on the board for Bill here with this gen. It does mean that if another gen is done, if Bill opens the door, a rematch will at least be in play. Even with such a strong showing from Rebecca, it might just not be enough still. But we do not have a gen in play. We do have a basement hook. This is going to make the game perhaps a little bit more dire. Bell perhaps making with some confidence, just wanting to go for the save, thinking, I've got the points in hand. I'm going to save my teammate. Maybe not, says Bill. Nemesis committing to the chase. Perhaps not. Bill's just taunting. Bill's just flexing in this game. I will say, I try not to be biased in situations like this, but the complete utter disregard of sportsmanship for the fellow player has indeed resulted in what can only say as justice for being so cocky. The game is not over yet, Bill. Again, I try not to be biased, but after this performance, you have to just be in complete frustration with how Bill is acting. Have some respect for your fellow teammates. He's paying for a dealie here. Maybe his teammates not wanting to unhook him. Also disgusted with his performance. Nemesis moving back in. He is going to be saved before second hook. Rebecca's like, tunnel. Tunnel, Nemesis. Do it. Nemesis is indeed tunneling. It might be all over for Bill here. Bill just trying to hang on as long as possible. Should have got that hit. You ask why Bill wants to conserve the palette with the game potentially being his. If Felix finishes this gen, it does mean that there will be at very much least a rematch in place. You have to imagine here he goes into basement and will... Bill secured his rematch. I think this may indeed be the first rematch of the tournament. People rooting Bill on will no doubt be shouting at him, "This is what you get for being cocky. You should have just stuck to your gen, got your 2 points, you would have won this match. And as a result, here you are, dead and buried in basement." Others, of course, being good, deserves this fate. Rebecca still has a chance to go into winner's bracket. Bill, alive still. Unbreakable in play. It's not just over for Bill yet. Can he get up in time? It's not looking like him. Oh. Not that it really would have mattered. Sad, sad state of affairs for Bill. But it does mean he has 8 points. So. Mother's Dwelling. Very good map. Big map. Rebecca hoping to maybe blend in with the shrubbery. Shrubbery. It's a clown! Rebecca will be delighted to see that it's not a artist. Rebecca seeing that he checked on this gen over here will want to get on it. Thinking, I can secure the 2 points here as long as no one brings him over. Rebecca Camp, of course, being very happy with the killer in this game. Glad not to see an artist. Glad to see that it's not a nurse. But can Rebecca do enough? You'd imagine as well with Bill in his next game that he is going to carry some shame. He's going to be humbled a little bit. Maybe show some respect to Rebecca. It's a good shrubbery. I love the word shrubbery. It's a great word. Rebecca, 2 points on the board. Deadlock now in play. She's going to opt to get on the nearest gen. Thinking, maybe I could have joined David on the gen, but without knowing where it was. Yeah, all the way. She made the right decision. She would not have made that. She does see that Meg is on a gen somewhere. She would like to join, but at the same time, she is of the opinion maybe the clown will interrupt. Maybe I just take this gen and get the guaranteed points here. We see Meg coming off the gen. It might be what she wished. But yes, she has 3 points currently. Great game state for her as well. Great skill check heads from her. Very great performance from her. Who vice out from Meg. Rebecca hitting 5 skill checks there. Amazing performance. She just keeps hitting them. And again. Where is this energy coming from? A fire has been lit in Rebecca. Showing that she is not going to waste any opportunity. Until she starts running into some rocks. Continues to hit them. There we go. She would have had to have missed one at some point. Can she eke out the gen here? She would like to. Clown realizing it's not worth the chase there. Another 2 points on the board. 7 points for Rebecca. If she can get this gen done, that's 9 points on the board. Be a very difficult score for Bill to achieve. Maybe reminding Bill, hey, this is a tournament. This isn't messing about. You wasted your opportunity to beat me. I'm going to show you that I'm not one to be messed with. Rebecca having to move, unfortunately. Killer finding her. Evading his bottles, though. Unfortunately, just couldn't get away. What she's hoping here is that Clown will go to interrupt the gen that all three are on. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they are going to get this gen done. Which is still 8 points. She'll tie the score. For what she put previously. Clown head into the gen. It's just not going to get it in time. We will not see accusations of performance enhancers. The team do rigorous checks before each participant goes out into the fog, into the trial. They make sure that the tournament has as little shenanigans as possible. Rebecca pointing to the Papa's charm. Becca wanting to maybe go for the save here. At the very least, reassure David. Perhaps Rebecca reassuring David while she gets the gate done. Unfortunately, the killer is coming over. But at least David has some time. In some ways, she has made sure that David is still in this. Rebecca just looking for the other exit gate. Competing for that English courier, perhaps. An exit gate has been opened. It is the one here. Rebecca, like, her leaving here will not result in much. She will want this exit gate open for that extra point. We'll of course want to make sure that she does not get spotted by the clown. Rebecca hiding. She's hoping she's not been spotted here. She hasn't. Can she get this gate open? Again, she's not concerned about escaping. She just wants the gate open for 9 points on the board. And she'll get it. 9 points secured for Rebecca. Fantastic performance. She'd, of course, have loved to have got a little bit more, maybe got the 2 gates opened. She would have loved, of course, to get the last gen done. It just wasn't in the cards. Strong performance from her. We'll see Midwich and his Plague. A little bit of worry creeps into Bill's heart. Maybe starting to realize that his cockiness may have cost him his position in winner's bracket. Bill is, of course, hesitant to get on a gen. As it seems the rest of the team, as he sees someone in a chase, so he will now get on the gen. Okay, Bill with the information that there's a survivor downstairs. Dwight now jumping on the gen. Fanna in play. Kayla has not come here to play about. Bell going for the window. Plague, gliding around that loop. A saddle play comes through. Will that be enough? Unfortunately, there was another hook here. Bill, point on the board. Bill, at the very least, was able to keep the killer busy enough for that gen to be completed. Bill, watching in complete sadness, seeing that pallet thrown. It had to be done. But it's still very sad seeing that pallet go, especially so early into the game. Bill, heading straight back to the gen. Pain Res comes through. Tap, already on second hook. I think everyone as a collective, the team, myself, the audience, Bill, Rebecca, the other participants, I think we as a collective are experiencing a humbling for Bill on such a very high degree. Grim Embrace. Bill going for the save. Bill, heading back to the gen. It's not over until it's over, says Bill. Can try and get this gen done, get 2 points. There is a DC at 4 gens. Unfortunately, if it was at 5 gens, the game would have been replayed, but since it's at 4 gens, the game stands. Not something fans of Bill would like to see, but this is the state of things. Bill delighted that the killer has moved away from his gen. Unfortunately, it does get blocked, but it does give time for the unhook. And Serena's cleansed! Oh dear, dear, dear. Serena leaving the game has doomed Bill and the other survivors to a situation where Plague now has her power. Bill just trying to just wait out the power. Bill just doing his best here. Oh! I don't know about that hit, my dear viewers. But, again, Bill doing enough to get a gen done. He does have 2 points. A true humbling experience happening here for Bill. Again, not over until it's over. It does look like it's quite over for Bill here. Bill may be thinking, maybe it's time to cleanse. It's looking over for Bill. It's over for Bill. Bill with a new record for the lowest points gained in a match. With 2. You could almost say that it is quite deserved for his cockiness from the previous game. Rebecca, delighted with such a strong defeat of Bill.